I'm gonna make this his own separate video so I can just edit it and get it out the way and just deal with the pain and just go ahead and get it over with. Hey, this is Keys for Black Quarterback Series, and tonight, well, it'll be in the morning. Um, Baltimore disappointed again, like they've done the last 4 seasons, right? So we're gonna talk about what the beginning, end, middle, and what they do for the rest of the season, or what they do going forward, right? So don't have numbers in my hand. The loss is super duper fresh, so I'm just now reacting to it. You guys will see it in the morning on Monday, but Lamar had an awful first half. I mean, all time awful first half. The fumble off the bad snap, just a terrible interception. I don't know where he was throwing it to, and just brain. You just have a brain fart and you're just not there. That's what the first half looked like. But with the blitzes they were sending, they were making him make quick reads. Even he normally makes quick reads, but they were forcing him to quick read to this specific person or this specific time where you're gonna get sacked, right? So they ended up doing that, and it worked in the first half. And the defense looked like that defense from earlier this year. That defense looked like the defense that was ranked 25th in the league and everything, and we wanted Orr to be fired. It looked like that defense. But the second half, they turned into Baltimore. Now, really, a real problem that I had an issue with is the lack of Derrick Henry runs. If you're going to pay Derrick Henry and you're going to bring him on your football team, why are we not using him? Why is Hill in the game when we need him? While we need Henry. The drive that we did use Henry in, we scored on. And then the drive before that, we didn't use Henry. We ended up kicking a field goal. Or we didn't even get any points. Now, Lamar was subpar in the first half, and he was there in the second half when you needed him. He tended to get out the way. Lamar got out the way that third quarter when they got back in the game, didn't make any bad reads, didn't do anything crazy, did what they needed to do to tread water and to stay in the game at that point. But when the money was on the line and the defense had showed up and kicked the field goal, they looked at Lamar and said, "You the MVP. We paid you all this money. Go score a touchdown for us." Which I think he did. He scored a touchdown. He scored the touchdown for us. Every play, big play, 16 to Wallace. Another third down, got the first down. Blitz coming, boom, 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 checking it down, get the first down. Everything that you wanted, everything you want your number one guy, your highest paid guy, your franchise leader, your franchise everything to do in order to get you to that point after having a bad first half. And we're at the 2-point conversion, which we shouldn't need the 2-point conversion because earlier in the game, they went for 2 and didn't get it. When they should have just kicked the field goal at that point and played football. Because if you score a touchdown there and you get that 2-point, if you get that 1 point, you can score and you can tie it at that point. But hindsight is 2020 because there's no reason to chase points at that point. You go down 20, you go 2019 or 2021 and you're playing football, If everything happens the same, who knows? We might be in overtime right now. But all that happens, and this is where I'm going to get to all the mishaps. The Derrick Henry drop early in the game, the myriad of drops in the game by Mark Andrews. Shout out to this Twitter account. I use him a lot. All these drops that he had in the fourth quarter, and just this is by far the worst game I've ever seen Mark Andrews play. And if this is the game that gets him out of Baltimore and we end up getting Isaiah Likely to be the number one guy, then so be it. I'm not going to sit here like the whole fan base and be like, we need to get rid of Mark Andrews. I'm just not going to do that because we're upset at him now. But he's made some big plays for us. And he's made some big plays for Baltimore at that point. I'm not going to sit here and crucify him like that. But what I am going to crucify him for is this is what separates you from being Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce. If this was Travis Kelce, he makes all these catches. He makes every single one of these catches and then overtime. But since it's not Travis Kelce, it's Mark Andrews, Baltimore's going home again. Early in the playoffs. And looking at it, I'm probably gonna pick KC to win the whole thing, like I have been doing anyway. Because I don't see KC beating anybody. I don't see Washington or Philly beating KC, and I don't see the Bills beating KC. So KC is finna three-peat. Their only hope was to beat Baltimore. The only hope was for Baltimore to beat them in Kansas City. So I don't see it. Hopefully the numbers have been on the screen since then. I don't think I even said the numbers. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Poor coaching. I said about the not taking the 1 point and not chasing points at that point. You take the 1 point, you don't chase points, you play football, and then you got a chance at the end. I'm never a proponent of chasing points at that time. You don't chase points. You just don't do it, especially at that time when you got Lamar Jackson on your side. You'll be all right. They scored 10 points, and then they outscored the Bills. They outscored the Bills in the second half. You were good. There was no need. And not using Derrick Henry enough is just the most frustrating thing at the world. Like, I feel like I'm going to move over to Buffalo because I feel like I'm a broken record. But malpractice by John Harbaugh again. And now Todd Monken is probably finna get a head coaching job, and we're not going to have that genius in the room no more. So I'm going to say this right now, and we might talk about when Lamar wins the MVP. We might revisit this. Nothing that Baltimore does from this point matters. And I'm the biggest Baltimore fan. I love me some Lamar Jackson. Lamar's not winning no more MVPs. They're going to be underdogs forever now. So it's just nothing they do matters no more unless they get to the Super Bowl. They got to at least get to the Super Bowl now for us to be like, okay, well, blah, 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 right? So that's what it is with Baltimore now. Baltimore can go 16 and 17 and 0, and everybody's going to be like, well, come Baltimore do it? That's just the way it's going to be from now on with this team. And I don't want to be that way, but that's how it is. That's how I'm going to talk about Baltimore next year, and that's how most people are going to talk about Baltimore. It does not matter anymore what you guys do if it's not about winning the Super Bowl, or for me, just get to the Super Bowl. Because now it's a talking point that Josh Allen is better than you. Hey, he beat you in the playoffs. Y'all went ahead today, even though Josh Allen did not have the best game. It was a team effort. I sat there and watched Josh Allen, and I'm like, okay, he didn't do anything spectacular, but they won the game. And if he goes on to win the Super Bowl, there's no reason for me to not think Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the NFL. We got to be for real with this. So, do I think Lamar's the second best quarterback in the NFL? Yes. But the pundits and everybody are going to be like Josh. They're going to argue Josh Allen being the best quarterback in the NFL. Not in the NFL where Pat exists, but that's going to be the thing that people argue. And who am I as a Lamar Jackson fan to even be in that conversation until he either one gets out of Baltimore and wins something, or he beats these guys on the way to winning something. Because the road was laid out for him to beat everybody on the way to the Super Bowl. If Lamar would have beat them and won the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl, he's the best quarterback in the league, hands down. It's just the bozos in Baltimore and then inept in Baltimore. Now, he said in this press conference, we can't turn the damn ball over. I'm paraphrasing. And I agree. But when you play a perfect game in the second half and outplay the other MVP candidate in the second half, what am I supposed to say? But, history is remembered by the winners. That's just the way it is. So, real quick with Josh Allen. He just did what they needed to do in order to win. He didn't do nothing special. Nothing special at all. Turner Romo was gassing him up more than he was. But yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. This is going to be an individual video. So you guys have a good week. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace.